How are you doing, everyone? Hello, and yes, welcome back to the allotment. Today I want to talk about and show you what I do for a no-dig allotment. You know, basically I want to put as much goodness back into the ground without as little work as possible. And that theory is, you know, you put a few layers of compost on, and next year it dampens the weeds down, and you get very little weed growth in it. So today I've been to the brother-in-law's, and if you have a look in the back there now, yes, can you see all those bags? Those are leaves. We have some fresh leaves and some broken down leaf mould. And as you know, if anyone's been watching the videos I've been doing, you know, I've built up me raised beds, you know, I built all my raised beds, but I used all my compost for this year. So I've done a couple of the beds and I've had to use like bought in compost, but with this one I'm going to put on some of the old leaf mould and some compost from the bags as well that I've still got in the allotment. So I was thinking, come along and join us, and then we'll see, you know, watch the old guy struggle on trying to get these bags out the back. And what I do, I've got a final bed, or I've got another bed, should I say, that's still got some brassicas in, but I want to just get it prepared for the winter, you know, give it a good few, you know, 3, 4, maybe 5, depends how much I've got, 5 inches of, you know, compost and leaf mould on there, just dampen everything down and feed it ready for next year. So come on in, let's go and do some work. Now I'm having to record this voiceover. For some reason it didn't record the actual when I was talking. But what I'm saying is basically that, you know, for a no dig, there's certainly a lot of work there. You know, it's quite. I mean, them bags are, you know, a fair old weight, and you can see here where, you know, the old fella's there. he's struggling on there. He's carrying his bags, and there's at one point where I carry 2, and it's too heavy for us. You know, I've got to put it down. So for all it's no dig, there is some, you know, some grafting involved. And I've got the bags there, and you know, it was harder than heavier than what I thought, and harder than what I thought, but I've got them there now. And it's basically this bed here that I want to kind of clear up a bit, take a few of the little scratty things out. And you know, I've got some Cavalry Nero there, but I've got a courgette that's, you know, had its day, really past its day. And I just want to kind of sort it out, you know, just make sure I can put this compost down. And I've also, you know, there is other beds that I've done and I had to use compost, and there's some bags of compost that I've used, and it's purely because I've used it all up from, you know, making the raised beds and using it all in there. You know, all that goodness went onto the raised beds. And there you can see, this is the bed that I've kind of finished. This was the beetroot bed, and it's just all finished there now. I've put there must be about 4 inches of a mixture of compost and soil conditioner on there as well. And that bed's done, and I went over and I did this bed as well. And it just does, it stops it just suppresses the weeds, and it feeds the bed. And those, you know, those plants in the distance there, that the brown ones and the green ones, those are those seedlings I planted just a couple of weeks ago. You know, you've got Chinese cabbage and turnips, and they're away. Do you know what I mean? There's no stopping them. And that bed's been fed, and the one next to the polytunnel there, that little one has been fed as well. So I think for me it's a twofold why I do the no dig. You know, it stops the weeds, stops everything, and it just, you know, it's better all round. This is the courgette that I'm going to pull out. You know, it's had its day, and I wanted to actually grow them, see how big I can grow them. But they're a fair old size, you know. Don't get us wrong, they're all right. And, you know, yes, they're big, but we'll use them. That's the good thing. and you can just see how good this is. You know what I mean? This is good. This is allotment growers gold dust. That, you know, broken down. Yeah, there's a couple of leaves there, but oh man. And you know, for me, it's gold dust. For my brother-in-law, it's just a nightmare. Do you know what I mean? It's from now till December of clearing up all this mess, or what he calls mess. But for me, it's just like it's free compost. Now you notice there, I poured the wrong bag out first. I'm like, oh, come on, man, get with the plan. You know what I mean? So there's even a big boulder in there. So yes, make sure you get the right bag. It's no good putting them fresh leaves down, but anyway, live and learn. And that's, you know, that now is about 4 to 5 inches of, you know, rotted leaf mould and 2 bags of that compost, the soil improver. And it'll just make such a difference. Do you know what I mean? Any weed that's going to come up there now is got to be a strong weed, and you dig it out with a little trowel or you pull it out. But the benefits of just, you know, having that into your soil, putting all that goodness back into your soil. Same with, you know, this one, yes, this is a commercial one, and the far one I've had to use brought in compost, but it was purely, like I mentioned, it was just, you know, it was used up from somewhere else and it used me supply. But now, you know, I'm all starting to kind of bring in more compost, so everything, you know, everything hopefully is going all right, and, you know, the beds look great, you know, the produce I'm getting looks good. So look after yourselves and join us next time in my little allotment. Take care.